There was a mayhem in Philadelphia city center when dozens of masked looters smashing their way into an Apple store in Philadelphia and running away with iPhones and tablets as the city dealt with widespread crime the past week. Masked thieves forcefully infiltrated the store, swiftly seizing iPhones, laptops, tablets, and anything within reach on display stands, finishing their plunder in less than a minute. The flash mob-style ransacking Tuesday night targeted dozens of stores including Foot Locker, Lululemon, and Apple. But thieves was left outraged a day after the looting when they discovered Apple had disabled products they stole. It all started when a Philadelphia municipal court judge on Tuesday dismissed all charges, including murder, against the Philadelphia police officer who fatally shot 27-year-old Eddie Irizarry during a traffic stop last month after his legal team argued he acted in self-defense. Officer Mark Dial had been charged with murder, voluntary manslaughter, and 5 other counts stemming shooting in Philadelphia. According to the initial police statement, 2 officers saw a man driving erratically, and when the man pulled into a parking spot, they approached the vehicle. Seconds later, one of the officers fatally shot Irizarry. Police initially told reporters that the officers gave the man multiple commands to drop a weapon while he was outside his vehicle and that Irizarry had lunged at the officers. However, 2 days later, Philadelphia Police Commissioner denied that statement and said the shooting happened while Irizarry was inside the vehicle, citing body-worn camera footage. The video made it very clear what did initially reported was not actually what happened. Upon the dismissal of all charges on Mark Dial, numerous protests were demonstrated at the different part of the city. Protesters marched in Center City on Tuesday, decrying a Philadelphia municipal judge's ruling to dismiss all charges. And during these protests, some people took the opportunity of these protests and start looting the shop and stores at the city center. Stanford estimated that the unruly crowd of looters in Center City grew to as many as 100 people. Police say at least 52 people have been arrested, including 3 juveniles, in connection to the looting. 2 firearms were also recovered during the arrests. Authorities on Wednesday shared a list of 30 people, including 3 juveniles, who were booked on charges related to Tuesday night riots. In Northeast Philadelphia, the owner of pharmacy says 40 bags of filled prescriptions, including blood pressure and AIDS medication, were stolen during the chaos. People were charged with burglary, 7 were additionally charged with riot and theft, and 1 was charged with a vehicle theft. The retail stores impacted include Foot Locker, Lululemon, Wright Care Pharmacy, Fine Wine and Good Spirits, GameStop, Nice Pharmacy, Philadelphia Pharmacy, QRX3 Pharmacy, T-Mobile, AutoZone, Walgreens, Cash for Gold, Family Dollar, Aldi, and Rite Aid Philadelphia Police. Further says they are also investigating an incident out of Northeast Philadelphia where 7 cars were stolen off a lot on Tuesday night. At least one of those vehicles has already been recovered. Police are investigating the possibility that there was a caravan of vehicles going from location to location to loot retail stores around the city. Some of the people believed to be involved in that suspected caravan have been arrested, Stanford said. The looting also unfolded the same day that Target announced it was closing 9 stores, including locations in New York and the San Francisco Bay Area, because of a stretch of theft and organized retail crime that has become a threat to customers and employees. In recent months, stores across the country have been targeted by flash mob robberies, after-hours break-ins, and thefts mid-supply chain. The local Liquor Control Board closed 48 locations. Businesses such as Fine Wine and Good Spirits announced that all of its stores will be closed until further notice after nearly 20 locations were burglarized. Mata told the Post that Foot Locker is monitoring the situation and taking proper precautions. According to the AP, at least 52 were arrested and charges had been filed against 27 adults and 3 juveniles as of Wednesday evening. But it was unclear how many of the others might have been juveniles or whether they were from Philadelphia or outside the city. These looting and shoplifting has become new norms in some states such as California, and many believe that the root cause of this problem lies with the Safe Neighborhoods and Schools Act, also known as Prop 47, which downgraded crimes like theft of goods under $950 from felonies to misdemeanors. This meant that individuals convicted of these crimes would face shorter sentences and avoid some of the long-term consequences associated with felony convictions. Many have criticized that this policy gave a free pass for shoplifters to keep stealing while barely getting a slap on the wrist as punishment. These repeated offenders have plagued California retail chains in recent years. The primary goals of Prop 47 were to reduce the state's prison population, save money, and redirect resources toward education and rehabilitation programs. But this particular bill is clearly not helping and encouraging shoplifters to steal goods without bearing any consequences. The National Retail Federation's Retail Security Survey ranked San Francisco-Oakland as the second most hard-hit metropolitan area by theft in 2020 and 2021, behind only Los Angeles. One store suffering repeatedly is the Apple Store in Palo Alto, where a pair of thieves made off with $35,000 worth of product in a brazen daylight robbery in front of startled customers. Multiple iPhones and laptops from display tables were stolen during Black Friday, with no store employees trying to stop the thieves. Even security guards won't bother to stop these shoplifters because stopping them may result in some fatal accident. Such incident happened in the past where security guards were shot down when they tried to resist these robbers. Unless these laws, such as Prop 47, reviewed and made amendments to strict these shoplifting rules, these looting and shoplifting events will be more frequent in the future and encourage these stores to lock their entire stuff and bring more armed guards in front of every store, which shoppers won't defiantly like it. More stores will be closed down, unable to cope up with their losses, which result in more unemployment and creating a less competition for big giants, and making it easy for them to capture the market, which would result in more expensive goods for everyone.